Very much.
Carol.
Well, it's been a year since the death of the children's TV presenter Mark Speight, and in that time his father Oliver has set up a charity called Speight of the Art in memory of his son.
Well, the organisation hosts events all across the UK and Northern Ireland in the hope of nurturing young artistic talent. We'll speak to Oliver in just a moment, but first, good morning. But first, let's hear from some children who've been taking part in one of the charity's workshops.
Who can tell me how you make the colour orange?
Red and yellow.
Fantastic. If you want to blend a red with a yellow, you will get a lovely orange somewhere in the middle, like that. Okay, you can actually...
My name's Walid, I'm 10 years old, and making like a window, trying to be as creative as we can, and we're making shapes. The top bit here trying to make it look very gothic, and we're using some sellotape, trying to make it as colourful as we can. It's very fun.
Oh wow.
I just love the creativity behind it, and it's also, you can enjoy it, and you don't, it's not like you have to write an essay or something. You just like express your feelings or thoughts or whatever you want, really.
That's great, actually. That's working really nicely. That's a super Batman, isn't it?
We're making these wicked stained glass windows. I like how you can just blend colours, and when you hold them up to the light, they make such nice colours and just like such nice shapes with different colours, and it looks really good. And come, it's really, really fun. You learn something new, you have fun, make friends. It's really good.
A great endorsement there. Well, Oliver, good to see you. So just tell us, since you've last been on the sofa when all of this was launched, just talk us through what's happened since then.
It's been an extraordinary experience. I don't think I've ever felt the sort of warmth and affection and love that Mark had created with children and parents. Parents are still saying to me, I want the big picture, little picture back, which we had on Smart. But we've now established ourselves regionally throughout the whole of the United Kingdom, including Northern Ireland, where we're very active indeed. We're in London, we're in South Wales, we're in West Midlands, East Anglia, everywhere, with people that are volunteers that are giving their time freely from all skills and all walks of life.
And how have you managed to do that in such a short space of time?
I suppose really by organisation, in the sense that you've observed what is needed in the country. For example, we're now linked. I thought I'd go straight to the top, went to Boris Johnson, and I said, can we help you in London? Can we be part of London? He was doing a programme on BBC Two on the Qatar religion, and I wrote to him saying, I'd like 10 minutes of your time. Didn't get a reply, but eventually I did, and it was to say, come aboard and be part of our Arts Week for Children in July. He admired Mark, he admired what Mark was trying to do with children and art. And we're doing that. And then we've got the Arts Council bosses on board. We are looking at partnerships throughout the whole of the United Kingdom. And I'm knocking on Gordon Brown's doors and saying, well, you know, it's all very well, you've got the world's problems to sort out, but as far as we're concerned, we've got the nation's children to look at.
Don't we teach a lot of art to kids in schools anyway?
I think so, but I think the trouble is I find that there's a great demand, not just for art in the art form. It can be fashion design, theatre design, it can be all forms, sculpture. Why not, with graffiti, have experts like Banksy that can help us clean the streets as well as create artistic opportunity? And we're doing that. We want one-stop art shops throughout the United Kingdom. I want to get to Gordon Brown and say, there is so much empty space that the government is not using in all these regions. Can we not refurbish one? Can we not get local authorities to pay rent to government? Can we not create employment and facilities for children?
Because it is a great way of engaging youngsters with adults, isn't it?
Yes, I think
everyone can benefit from it.
You're right, I'm sorry to interrupt. The thing that I find is that we did an opening in, say, Telford at a school there. We've got a man, Lee Drinkwater, Prank Patrol. He's the manager of the theatre in Royal Exchange in Manchester. And he brought to the party Bollywood dancers, the Muppets. We brought artistic talent. The children had, in fact, created their own ship in the playground. And a child came to me wearing his Speight of the Art T-shirt, and he said, threw his arms around me, he said, I didn't want Mark to die. And I said, neither did I. he said, will you give him a hug from me? I said, well, let's do it together. He's here, you see. And we feel that it isn't just as we're getting out into the communities, as we're beginning to lock into need of art, but there is that bridging the gap of the grief of the 26,000 emails that came to the BBC.
I was going to ask, because it helped you emotionally, in being cathartic for you, to be able to set up something positive in Mark's memory.
Yes, your grief never goes.
No.
I mean, that's going to be eternal. It is that sense of purpose, that joy. I mean, Mark I described as the Peter Pan who never grew up, the man who led children on this sort of Pied Piper, on this magical mystery tour of art. He's leading me. That's the baton. That's what he's passed me. And to go into communities now, such as, for example, if I may quickly, in Northern Ireland, to the poorest school, I showed a smart program. 50 children were hypnotized. They went back to their chairs. They didn't go home after. They actually sat and drew what Mark had just been teaching them on television.
And of course, Mark's legacy in that way has been absolutely positive, and you are now fulfilling that. There are some parents who would raise and say they're uncomfortable with that conflict with Mark's association with drugs. What would you say to them?
No, I think we've knocked that on the head. I think we've got his respect and his integrity back, and I think that was my aim early on in the middle of last year. What we are saying is, look at the man, look at what he actually achieved with children, look what he can offer to your child in terms of his talent and his skill through his programs, through what we can now link into society, and bring your child to us and we'll offer that help to them.
Okay. Oliver, thanks very much for coming back.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Good luck with that.